Our first item on the agenda, it is my extreme pleasure to present a proclamation in honor of Harriet Lamair. And before I read the proclamation, I just want to tell a personal story. I was just relating it that 13 years ago, I joined City Council. I was appointed by then Mayor Doug Tisdale to fill a vacancy in the District 6 seat, which was held by Harriet Lamair. At the time, I was on the Parks, Trails, and Recreation Commission, and I got a phone call from Harriet saying that she was going to be resigning to pursue other interests, and she mentioned something about the Highline Canal. And so I interviewed, and she asked if I was interested in serving. I interviewed and was appointed. And in that time, that idea of the Highline Canal has become an amazing legacy. And I just am so in awe of what you have accomplished in that time. So this is truly a very personal honor for me to be able to present this proclamation to you as the mayor of Cherry Hills Village and on behalf of the council. The City of Cherry Hills Village proclamation designating October 7th, 2025 as Harriet Crittenden Lamair Day. Whereas the Highline Canal, known as the Canal, is one of the longest continuous urban trails in the United States, stretching some 71 miles across 11 jurisdictions from Douglas County on the south to Adams County on the north, and whereas the 2008 Cherry Hills Village Master Plan identified the canal as a scenic treasure that should be preserved and protected for all to enjoy, as well as a natural resource infrastructure serving ecological and stormwater functions, and whereas Ms. Harriet Crittenden Lamair served on the City of Cherry Hills Village City Council from 2006 to 2012, and whereas Ms. Lamair consistently worked towards the preservation of the city's parks, trails, and open space in her role as a city council member, and whereas Ms. Lamair was involved in and was the city council's representative on the Highline Canal Working Group since its inception in 2011, and whereas Ms. Lamair recognized the need for multi-jurisdictional approach to preserve, protect, and enhance the canal for the public benefit into the future. And whereas Ms. Lamair resigned from City Council in 2012 and went on to found the nonprofit Highline Canal Conservancy, known as the Conservancy, in 2014 to preserve, protect, and enhance the canal, and has served as CEO of the Conservancy since 2014. And whereas over the past 11 years, Ms. Lamair has worked tirelessly leading the Conservancy team to galvanize community members and local governments to ensure the long-term future of the canal as one of the region's premier green spaces. And whereas extensive community outreach by the Conservancy has resulted in the Community Vision Plan for the Highline Canal and the Plan for the Highline Canal. And whereas the Conservancy has raised millions of dollars to support the canal and implemented over 30 projects, and whereas in June 2025, Arapahoe County took ownership of 45 miles of the canal, and the canal is permanently protected with a conservation easement held by the Conservancy, and whereas Cherry Hills Village is proud to have nearly 4 miles of the canal within its jurisdiction, and to be part of the canal-wide effort to transition the canal from an irrigation use to a green infrastructure system for stormwater management. And whereas in the 2022 Cherry Hills Village Master Plan, the Highline Canal is identified as a recreational amenity important to the character of the city and to the community, and establishes an action item to integrate ongoing planning and design for the Highline Canal into the city's plans and operations for trails. And whereas Ms. Lamair announced her retirement from the Conservancy in January 2025, now, therefore, the City Council of the City of Cherry Hills Village recognizes Harriet Crittenden Lamair for her enormous public service and honors her for her unquantifiable contributions to the residents of Cherry Hills Village and the entire Denver metro area, and proclaims that October 7th, 2025, be designated as Harriet Crittenden Lamair Day in the city of Cherry Hills Village. Presented at the regular City Council meeting this 7th day of October, 2025.
Harriet Lamair. I just have to thank you so much. It's been such an honor to be able to represent this community when I did, and to really grow up in a lot of ways as a public servant here in Cherry Hills, and the ongoing support of all of you and the citizens of the community really buoyed this project, not just with the care of the canal, but with a lot of resources, as I think many people know. And so I'm just thrilled to be here and to also be able to introduce, well, many of you know my husband, Mike, who's been also involved in this community deeply and has been a very patient and smart advisor. And I want you all to meet Susanna Fry-Jones. Susanna, stand up. Yeah. When you're passing on a baby or you send your child to college or whatever, it's really scary. And to know that we have someone that has been by my side and by the side of all the communities. Susanna's really led the work in the Northeast communities and has oversaw that whole outreach plan that you mentioned and so forth, and knows this project inside and out and will lead us through the future. There's still a lot to do for the Highline Canal, and just look forward to you guys working with her. And I'm in the background cheering the project on and looking for new adventures. So thanks.
Well, I'm sure if you're looking for new adventures, we should talk. Do we want to do a photo op? Yes.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who? Oh, yep. And your name, sir? How do you spell that?
Thank you very much. May it please the council, Doug Tisdale, 4662 South Elizabeth Court. And I come here this evening, number one, to commend the council on its decision at the instance of the mayor to honor Harriet Crittenden Lamair, a woman who has served tirelessly and very effectively in Cherry Hills Village and beyond throughout the entire region, heralding the importance of the Highline Canal and its impact on our little village and everyone throughout this region. When I was mayor, one of the things that I did was to institute a competition for students to produce videos celebrating the history, legacy, and beauty of the Highline Canal Trail. And those videos were displayed on our Channel 22 for a number of years, and we celebrated the children that had put those together and really gave everyone an opportunity to appreciate the canal. Harriet took her service on council and turned it into an impactful and wonderful opportunity to provide greater promotion and preservation of the Highline Canal and the Highline Canal Trail. It's something that it is so nice that you honored her for this evening, and I know that all of us know that Harriet will continue to be a force to reckon with as we go forward in the Denver metro area. And I really do appreciate it, and I just couldn't let the evening pass without coming here to send my own personal support for Harriet and all that she has done, and my appreciation to the council for honoring her. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.